Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Iris, the biology tutor. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, the human gut microbiome. Let's begin by defining some terms and figuring out what the human gut microbiome is. Microbiome refers to the collection of microbiota, their habitat, their genes, and the surrounding environment. To clarify, genes are DNA that codes for protein. In humans, each cell includes 98% of non-coding DNA and 2% of coding DNA that codes for proteins. Microbiota is defined as a collection of microorganisms present in an environment. Microorganisms include bacteria, archaea, eukaryotes, and viruses. Now, when you think of bacteria and viruses, you may default to thinking of the bad kind that causes pandemics, like COVID-19. But here, we're talking about another kind of virus. When scientists talk about the human gut microbiome, they're usually referring to the collection of microbiota that are beneficial to the living body, aka good bacteria. This includes probiotics, for example. So, what is the gut microbiota? The gut microbiota is the human body's largest population of microorganisms. These microorganisms live in the intestine, or the gut. Now, here's a mind-boggling fact. For an adult human being, there are 150 to 200 times more genes in the person's microbiota than in all of their cells combined. While the human genome consists of around 20,000 genes, our microbiome encodes more than 3 million genes. So if we do the math and examine human beings in terms of genes, humans are more than 99% microbial. The gut microbiota is so prominent in the body, but why is it important? First of all, it's a defense mechanism. It can defend against harmful microorganisms, teach the immune system to differentiate between good and bad bacteria, and degrade toxic compounds. The gut microbiota can also control nutrition absorption. It can digest certain foods like fiber and break down dietary fiber to produce important molecules that help clean the gut. The gut microbiota also facilitates absorption of dietary minerals like magnesium, calcium, and iron. It also makes some essential vitamins necessary for human survival, like vitamin K, folate, and amino acids, which are building blocks of proteins. Finally, the gut microbiota can surprisingly control behavior. Several recent studies have shown links between depression, anxiety. So, how do we know if we have a healthy gut microbiota? Well, the first sign is increased species richness or diversity. Scientists can measure the different number of species in the digestive tract, for example, to determine the health of the gut. Also, the resilience of change in the gut microbiota, or its ability to resist any treatments or imbalanced diets and recover to a stable state, can also determine the gut's healthiness. And finally, as we mentioned before, the gene richness, or the number of microbial genes in the gut, is also a good indicator of overall health. So what are some factors that we can control that influence the gut microbiome? Some include diet, sleep, exercise, and environment. Speaking of environment, one fun fact is that a recent study showed that babies born through C-section versus through the vaginal cavity have different microbiomes upon birth. Specifically, babies born through C-sections carried a gut microbiome similar to the hospital environment, while babies born through the vaginal canal carried a gut microbiome similar to the mother. As you can see, the human gut microbiome is so important that scientists have now deemed the gut as the most important, quote, organ in the human body. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was super informative. Please like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more content.